galera, tudo bom com vocês? And welcome back to my channel. Hoje é primeiro dia de aprender espanhol. Yes, it is the first day of me learning Spanish, and I said to you guys that I will be updating you every single day on the journey of learning Spanish. So yeah, on the first day what I basically did was, check out the differences between Spanish and Portuguese, and I actually learned the first 10 words in Spanish. Okay, so yeah, I have everything written down. So I thought I should share everything with you guys, right? So like I said, or no, I don't know if I said this in my previous video, but Spanish is a little bit similar to Portuguese. Even though the pronunciation is different. But anyway, on the first day, what I basically did was, like I've been like spending so much time, guys. I've been spending so much time looking for YouTube channels that has that teaches Spanish. Been checking for some books and music to listen to, maybe series to watch, and like just resources. I've been gathering so much resources that I can use to actually improve my Spanish, since I'll be working on Spanish this year. So the first thing that I did was basically get a channel, and yeah, on the first day, today, I spent just time going through the channel, checking the content that the person has, and I started from the beginning with the channel. The first thing that I did today was basically learn 10 Spanish words, and I realized that the Spanish words are similar to the Portuguese words that I already know, and I also focused on the vowels today. Right, I focused on the vowels. I said this on TikTok that vowels are very important when you're learning a language, because they do, of course, let you know how to pronounce words perfectly, or maybe close to how a native would pronounce the words. So yeah, focus on the verbs, and they are not as different as those in Portuguese. So that was quite easier for me. So yeah, let's get started with what I learned today. So basically, I said I learned 10 words. Encontrar. We also have encontrar in Portuguese, which means to find. And what I realized here, quiero. In Portuguese, we say quiero when we want to say to want something. So in Spanish, we say quiero, and I saw este as well. Este in Portuguese, we usually say este. So basically, today I was just focusing on new words, on pronunciation, and the words that I came across are words that I'm quite familiar with. In Portuguese, we have these words, it's just that the pronunciation is really different. So yeah, things like obviously the three words that I learned, the guy that I was watching just came up with sentences like quiero encontrar este, which is I want to find this, which is of course an easy thing. Like all I had to do was work on the pronunciation, because this, of course, if someone is saying this to me, if before learning these words, I would still understand it, because of course we have these words in Portuguese. So that was quite interesting to see the similarities and the differences in pronunciation. Puedo, I can. In Portuguese, we say pode. So I'm loving the pronunciation so far. Puedo, quiero, encontrar, like stretching those out. So it's beautiful so far. I'm loving the journey. We also have no. So in Portuguese, we usually say now to say, to make a sentence negative, or to just say no. But in Spanish, it's just no. And apparently, it's not a long no, it's just no, which is basically just short no. Okay, so yeah, that was really, really interesting. Of course, we have things like no puedo encontrar este. In Portuguese, though, we say no consigo encontrar isso. So it's just similarities that you can see there. The words encontrar is still there. We don't say no, we say now. So yeah, it was like a walk in the park. The first day is just a walk in the park, right? So yeah, I learned so many words like algo. In Portuguese, we do have algo as well, but sometimes we just say alguma coisa, because the guy in the sentence they was giving, it was the way I know it in Portuguese. I would have used alguma coisa in that specific sentence that he used. So it was just checking differences, checking similarities, learning your pronunciation, and focusing on the verbs, on the vowels as well. So tengo que, In Portuguese, we just say tenho que. So the pronunciation, guys. So basically, to summarize everything that I did today, is just tell you that I focused on verbs, vowels, new words, just turn simple words, and I realized that those words are actually words that I already knew. It's just that the pronunciation is different. So I learned a different way of pronouncing words in Spanish. So quiero, puedo, tengo que. So those are just new ways of pronouncing words in Spanish, and I'm loving it. I love the pronunciation of Spanish. Even though sometimes, because I'm used to like the Portuguese way of pronouncing. So when it came to words like quiero, I say quiero. I'm used to saying quiero or poji. So I just have to really get used to this new pronunciation. But yeah, it was amazing, and that's how my first day went. Okay, let's see how day 2 go. Thank you, and see you guys in the next video.